I will not let the one, and there's always one, during my AMAs on Instagram ruin the entire process for me. So if you're not on Instagram, good for you. But if you're not on Instagram, an AMA is an Ask Me Anything. So once every 2 or 3 weeks, I do these and I say, hey, shoot anything you guys want at me. I will answer most of them. And I really like doing it, actually. And some of the questions are really good. Like one I got yesterday, looking back, if I could do something differently for each one of my sons, what would the life lessons be? I thought that was really, really great.
Yeah, your idea of a good time and my idea of a good time, very different.
I really have a great time doing it, but there's always one or two each and every time I do it. And I'm trying to tell myself, don't let the 1 or 2 annoying people stop you from doing this because I'm having such a good time doing it.
The negative Nellies.
The negative Nellies. Kristen knows exactly where I'm going with this because she was part of it yesterday.
What?
But no, she was not the annoying one.
Listen, I am not an AMA fan, right? I've never done it. I'm not going to do it. I don't like the idea of getting anonymous questions. Either you're going to like face me and ask me a question or not, right? And we obviously share a lot on this show to begin with. And I'm like, I got nothing left in the chamber. Sorry, not sorry. But this fool, during his AMAs, he's over here tagging us, so we are inadvertently being dragged into his AMA.
He does that all the
my
time.
gosh. Sometimes, I'll be like just scrolling through minding my business, and then all of a sudden I'm getting roasted in Bert's,
Right.
and
That
100,000 people are looking at this.
Such BS. I don't have to tag you guys for you to be reading that. You specifically, Abby.
No.
I see that you look through my stories, so it doesn't matter if I tag it.
I'm always getting called out on them.
I specifically want to be asked to be removed from this narrative. Please and thank you.
I'm gonna start
Nothing to do with
blocking you.
All right, so here's the setup on this one, just so you have some context. I told these guys that I have been asked to be inducted into the Georgia Friends of Radio Hall of Fame. And what that is people that have been doing radio for a very long time and doing it fairly well and have a legacy here in Atlanta. This one particular organization helps bridges the gap between veterans of radio and people that are new to radio and mentoring them, stuff like that. So we're friends of people that are trying to get in radio, young people. I'm getting into the Hall of Fame. And they said, look, you have 4 minutes to give a speech. And if you want, you could bring somebody in to do a 2-minute introduction. I'm like, okay, perfect. I'll have Blake do it. Because Blake, who was on the show as a intern, then a producer, and then he left us to do TV, and he's worked his way up in TV, and now he's hosting, and he's a news anchor in Milwaukee and doing so great. I'm so proud of this guy. And we talk all the time. So I asked him to do it. It falls in line exactly of what this organization is all about, right? So I asked Blake, and that's where it all starts, on my AMA. Kristen seemed caught off guard when you asked Blake to introduce you. Anyone else notice? So I immediately write back because I didn't notice it at all. I was looking right at you. In fact, you seemed enthusiastic.
I was enthusiastic.
Okay. I think you're trying to, this is what I wrote. I think you're trying to stir up poop that doesn't exist. Kind of ridiculous, actually. It's an award that honors those that help young broadcasters in radio, which is exactly what I did for Blake, which makes it the perfect fit. She's not the kind of person that would be petty like that. In fact, she is just the opposite. That's what I wrote, okay? She wasn't done. No, that was the first person. Then somebody else joins the AMA, and she says, I noticed, and it was my thoughts also. So I write back to her, I think you were hearing what you think would have been your reaction. She writes back, yeah, probably that's it. Funny you say she's not petty, but she doesn't hold back when it comes to saying things about you. Look, I've been a listener for decades now, and it just seems like you like her way more than she likes you. But maybe,
I mean, we can all see that.
Yeah, I think that goes for 99% of the people in my life. So that might be accurate. I don't know. But maybe off radio, you get along a lot better. So I write back and I say, she and Bart are 2 of my closest friends. We're spending July 4th together. Your reality ain't reality, but you probably know us better than I do from listening to the radio. So we're not done. She wasn't done.
Don't you love when they triple down?
Yep. She says, if you say so.
Whatever you say, bro.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm literally telling you my truth, but you're choosing
She's
not to
basically
believe me.
going, if you say so, if you think you know your situation better than I do, then whatever you say must go. All right. If you say so, but I've been right before on your past cast relationships, and I've been right happens sometimes from listening, you know. I
don't know.
It didn't make a whole bunch of cast relationships, and I've been right sometimes from listening, you know, LOL,
Oh.
but hope all is good between y'all. And I just wrote, stubborn. And then Kristen joins the chat.
Because you tagged me in it. How can I not?
Yeah, and I mean, you said it perfectly. Yep, she definitely knows us better than we know each other. What I've learned about this type of opinion and refusal to believe you when you explain your truth is it's a projection of their own life experiences. So I take no offense. I used to, but now I realize it ain't about us. We have our reality. She has her reality about us. Fun fact, I like ours better. I mean,
Good.
Yeah.
All you can do.
It really is all you can do.
I really do think like it hit me on a couple of different levels in just that I do think that we are just living in a world now too where you cannot budge somebody from their own narrative. Even if you're talking to the person that is part of your narrative and they are telling you your narrative is not what's happening, they are so focused on being right, they can't absorb that they are less credible in this situation. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
I just feel like you're going to find whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for something positive,
man.
you'll find it. You're looking for something negative, you'll find it. And then once you stick to it, no one's going to be able to knock you off it.
And I didn't believe her statement that she's like, I hope everything is good between you two. Man, nah, you hoping there's something bad.
The Bert Show.